Indeed. So let's bring someone on screen. And of course, he's coughing. Maybe Debbie has the 100-day cough, but we've all got to be afraid about this because we've got to be very afraid. 100-day cough. This, of course, is nothing new. It's a rebranding exercise. So I just took this from Plymouth Live, but this is across all the Mirror Group local newspapers, as far as I can see. A highly contagious 100-day cough sweeping across the country. There has been a 250% increase in cases with 5 symptoms to watch for, as the potentially deadly illness leaves people sick for months. This is the nonsense that we're getting from the mainstream press at the moment. It is an effort to play with people's minds. It is fear porn, if you want to use that word, because, of course, Debbie, what we're talking about here is whooping cough. Now, I hadn't realized that 100-day cough is a term that's been used synonymously with whooping cough for quite some time. It's not used very often. It's not very common. It's not something that people are generally aware of. So what we've got here is a rebranding exercise in order to try to put fear into people. And of course, what are they selling? They're selling vaccines at the end of the day. But this is a disease, Debbie, that we've been living with for a very long time. We understand it fairly well, and there's no need to try to put this kind of fear on people.
Absolutely not. I mean, whooping cough's been around for as long as I can remember. In fact, one of my children had whooping cough and made a pretty unremarkable, which is a good recovery. But it's the same with chickenpox, isn't it? We sent kids to pox parties, and now all of a sudden it's any excuse to roll in a vaccine. Literally any excuse.
Yes, but don't worry, the fear doesn't end there, because of course we've got a new COVID variant coming along, and that's JN.1. That's going to make thousands ill over Christmas.
Yep.
Did you have...
No, I was just smiling as you were making the report,
yes,
Mike.
Yes.
It's incredible.
Experts say there's a mutation in the new strain which makes it even more infectious, so we've got to be scared about that. Well, look, if the mainstream press is talking misinformation and disinformation and harmful comments like this, what's the latest on the online safety bill? Well, of course, it's all about porn and pornography. So this is graphic was pushed out by Ofcom yesterday. They're telling us that children are the first to see online porn at age 13 on average. That 10% of children have seen it by the age of 9. 79% have seen violent porn by the age of 18. So we've got to stop this immediately, according to Ofcom. But of course, we're not stopping it in our schools, are we? Because we're pushing out sex education in an age-inappropriate way in many cases. We've shown these graphics before. This is the type of thing that's being given to children in schools. We don't have to worry about that, but we do have to worry about access to porn online. And, what are Ofcom saying we've got to do about it? Well, we've got to make platforms responsible for providing age assurance checks. Now, this is something that I've been talking about for some time with respect to Online Safety Act on the bill as it was. And what Ofcom is saying is that age assurance checks could include photo ID matching, facial recognition estimation, credit card checks, could be any of these. But they're saying very clearly that weaker age checks, such as self-declaration, will not be enough. So what else are they talking about? They're talking about open banking. They're talking about photo identification matching, as I say. That's where users can upload a photo ID document, such as a driving license or a passport. Now, do you want to upload that to a porn site? I'm not sure that people would want to do that, but anyway, okay. Facial age estimation. So they want to take a photograph of your face and make a judgment on what age you are from there. Mobile network operator age checks, credit card checks. But here's the one that, of course, we've been warning was coming: digital identity wallets. And so this is about pushing digital ID. That's where we're heading to. And it is evident that younger people are already starting to buy into this type of digital ID infrastructure. And as I say, weaker age checks such as self-declaration will not be enough, says Ofcom. So that is coming. And of course, porn and child safety being used as the excuse. But I think we know that when it comes to education, at least, child safety is not a consideration. And just to make sure that we provide evidence that the mainstream media is fully complicit in this agenda, this is just an article that appeared in Plymouth Live today. Again, this is Mirror Group. You should watch Love Actually with children and talk about porn. A sexual health expert says Christmas film is the perfect way to open up conversations about porn, sex, plastic surgery and consent. And when you read on down through the article, they're talking about exactly this issue of children having access to porn. And really, that's a terrible thing. Let's just remember that access to porn for children that issue could be resolved without digital ID checks by simply requiring all porn sites to perhaps live under a .xxx domain, and then give parents the tools to make sure that children aren't able to access all .xxx domains. There are many ways to solve this problem without fulfilling one of the government's key policy targets for the control of the mass population.
Yeah, well, we wait, but I don't think anything will happen. We'll see.